I want to see if I can adapt this old vintage Kodak 35 lens onto my Canon R. Now I have an idea behind this. I'm going to take the body cap and I'm going to take the lens off of here, Dremel through here, and attach the lens that way. Now, I've never done anything like this before. Now, I know a lot of people online like to adapt old lenses to new cameras, but since I have no idea how to do it, I have done not a lot of research. I'm just kind of winging this, so I want to see how it's going to work. Now, one of the great things about this lens cap and this lens combo is that this is almost the exact same diameter. So if I just cut this middle section out, I should be able to silicone the lens onto there. At least I'm hoping to. Now, there's a couple interesting things here. So the actual shutter cover is this little thing right here. When I open and close this, I can see that it closes off the lens, which I haven't really seen that before, but I also don't know a ton about vintage cameras. Even the film cameras that I shoot on are relatively new. Like my Canon Rebel XS is basically a DSLR that shoots film. I don't have a ton of experience with these old cameras. I have an old Minolta that I used to shoot on with a light meter, but even that was pretty basic and it didn't have this. But the only thing that I really have to worry about is getting this focusing ring to work, because you can adjust the aperture on here, but really I just need it to focus. That's my main concern, is if this doesn't focus, then it's useless. So I've already taken out the screws that hold down this lens, and my God, they are the tiniest screws I have ever seen. I've already lost, I think, all of them. I think I had one that I took a quick little video of, but they're just smaller than dust. They're so tiny. So I'm gonna have to fill in these little slots with silicone, but that's okay. That's beside the point. So this, once you take these screws out, is pretty easy. You just pop it off. I say easy as I put an insane amount of force into that, but it just pops off. I haven't used this thing in a while. I have dust everywhere now. That was a dumb idea. I had to cut away from that for a second, but I think that's all right. Looks a little janky. I might clean it up a little bit, but not too bad. I think that'll work. But I had to open up the windows because it smells real bad. Oh well. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think this silicone is going to hold the lens in place. I'm hoping it does, but I might have to do a version 2. This part's also going to make the lens look really ugly. But it is what it is. Alright, so it's the next day and this has set up and it's actually quite strong. It's a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be, which is really nice. But I did screw up a little bit. So I have these body caps that I use as the base for this lens, but I end up using the EF one and not the Canon R one. So this won't bolt on or thread into my Canon R, but it'll thread into my EF to RF adapter. Now, the problem with that is when I thread it into the EF to RF adapter and have it on my Canon R, it's basically acting as an extension tube. So this is now a macro lens when I use it on the EF to RF adapter. But I can still get away with holding this up to the body of my Canon R. I just have to kind of hold it a little awkwardly and then take the shots that way, and it'll work the exact same. It'll be the correct focal distance and everything. But I'm excited to try this. This is an old vintage lens adapted to a new camera that I can use for macro or regular photography. So that's going to be quite interesting. Enough talking, let's go out and shoot with this thing. I don't know where I'm going to shoot yet, but let's go on a little adventure. Another thing I should mention, doing this setup the janky ass way that I set it up, it's nice because if I want to use this lens again, I just siliconed it down. So I just have to cut the silicone and I can use the lens again, or I can adapt it to a different camera. So getting eaten alive here. So that's nice because the lens isn't damaged, it's not done. I can put it back on the old Kodak camera if I wanted to. I'm really wondering if these are going to turn out with any sort of sharpness. I have no idea because I have focus peaking set up on this, but at the same time, I can't always rely on that because it's a little hard to see at times. So that'll be interesting. I'm sure that there'll be a little bit of a haze or a little bit of a blur to it with just the age of the lens, but it's still an interesting experience and I kind of think I want to do this again. It's pretty fun. So this is a pretty cool spot. I got this nice old car here that has all of these names engraved into it. So with the macro feature, well, I say macro feature, my mistake of a macro feature, I'm gonna take a couple shots of just the texture on here because it's really neat. But now I gotta, to actually take one of the proper shots, I have to take this off and hold it in front of the lens, which wouldn't have been the case if I had actually used the right body cap, but you know, it is what it is. So I kind of just have to hold it like this. This is what I've been doing for those other photos. But let's see what shot we can take. I think this is gonna look really cool with an old kind of vintage preset on it. Something that'll really make the colors look faded because it is a vintage lens. So we're kind of going for that vibe today. Just some really nice warm filmic colors. I'm really excited to see how they turn out. Back there is already beautiful, amazing paths. This car is just the icing on the cake. Really, truly beautiful. And this lens, this is pretty cool, man. I think I might adapt more lenses in the future. I have an old camera from the 1920s that I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with because it's completely broken. So maybe I'll take the lens out of that, find a way to adapt it onto this, and then do something with the housing. I think that might be kind of a cool video for the future. We'll have to see. You know, as annoying as it may be taking these shots with having to hold the lens on there, I still think it's really cool that I can basically use my EF to RF adapter as a macro feature. So I can take macro shots without having to hold the lens. It is a little annoying to take regular 50mm shots holding it, but it's not that big of an inconvenience since it's such a novelty sort of thing. So I don't really mind. So we're back, and I must say that this little lens has really surprised me. The photos I got from this are quite nice. Obviously, I edited them in a way where they look a little bit more vintage. I muted the colors a bit more, made them a bit more bright, and gives off a more vintage feel, which I think really lends nicely to this lens. But there's something about that one truck photo that just tickles a part of my brain. I love the way that photo turned out. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's got to be something to do with a little bit of magic that comes from this lens, because that photo just, it just looks great to me. Now the other photos, they look fine too. They're not anything to write home about, but they still look very nice. I did have a lot of troubles trying to get focus on this, dialing the ring back and forth and moving back and forth with the focus peaking. So some of the photos turned out soft. Like This photo of the truck I thought was in focus, but clearly not, which is a little sad because I think that would have been a nice photo as well. But even the macro feature, like there's a lot of potential there to get some really nice shots. And overall, I think that this is a very interesting endeavor. I think I might end up cutting this out and putting it on an actual R body cap, which was the plan to begin with. I don't know how I got mixed up with an EF when I have an R body cap laying around. I don't know how that happened. Just skipped my brain, misplaced something. It is what it is, but it was an interesting experience. If you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I'd love to see you back here hanging out in another video. That's all I got for you. Have a good one. Peace.